Hi, everyone. Welcome to my presentation on truncation. It is my absolute pleasure to present on a technique that has become one of my absolute favorites. It's definitely a game changer, in my opinion, as it makes a significant impact on search phrases. I like to think of truncation as a net, and the searcher is the fisherman. So we are catching all of the word variations not included in our initial search phrase, just like a fisherman would catch all the fish with his net. But anywho, with that said, let's get started. So, what exactly is truncation? The literal definition of truncate is to cut off. In terms of searching, we do just that. We are removing the ending from a term to capture the multiple variations of the term in our results. So, say for instance, that I want to capture all instances of not just the word child, but also childhood, children, children's, etc. Or the same with music. I also want to capture music, musician, musical, musicality, etc. Uh, Truncation comes to the rescue. All I have to do is insert the corresponding symbol at the end of the word. However, we need to make sure that we are adding it in the right place because it makes a huge difference. For example, if I were to place the truncation symbol for the word child after the letter L as opposed to the letter D. So if I were to write CHIL asterisk, that would be completely different from me writing CHILD asterisk. Completely different results. I can guarantee that it would retrieve completely different results. So, that is something super important to note. And another important thing to note is that truncation symbols can vary. So, take for instance the Westlaw database. Their truncation symbol is actually an exclamation point as opposed to an asterisk. So, it's always good to double check that one is using the correct symbols when using truncation. Anywho, without further ado, here we can see an example of a search phrase that utilizes the power of truncation. I am searching pedagogical techniques that specifically deal with children. So I'm using the ERIC platform just because that deals with the topic that I am searching. So I know that articles will most likely use several variations of the word child. So I'm going to use my handy dandy truncation symbol in my search phrase. And here you can see that I wrote pedagogical techniques in parentheses, and I used a Boolean operator and then child, the word child with the truncation symbol. So once I hit search, and I retrieved my results, I noticed that all of the articles were really relevant to my search phrase. And I just clicked on a random one. If we take a look at the abstract from one of the articles that I chose, we can see that the highlighted terms that show up are basically the result from that truncation technique that we just used. And this shows the searcher that the technique worked. And I find this solely, satisfying and just fulfilling overall to know that my technique worked and the articles are so relevant, and it's exactly what I was looking for. And not only that, I find that truncation also is a very good filter in a way uh, because the articles tend to be so accurate to what my search topic is. It narrows down. It really does do a good job of narrowing down the search, and the number of results narrows down as well. So it's a more manageable number to work with. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.